Well, the first thing that I want to say is thank you to the New York Church. Anne-Brigitte and I had such a great time in New York, and we praise God for being able to be on the team. Thank you, Steve and Lisa, for inviting us to be on the team. And what an honor it was to stand on the stage in Boston and to be sent out as a part of the original 18. To also be appointed as the first evangelist in the congregation. It was a great honor, and God was just doing wonderful things. 18 of us baptized 60 people in the first 12 months. And in the next 12 months, 180 people were baptized. And for a brand new evangelist, it was a dream come true. We were in the Big Apple and people were being baptized. It was fantastic.
It was amazing how God worked in the first year. There were only 18 of us, and then we quickly grew, but we'd run into each other in Manhattan. I mean, how likely is that we would run into a Christian at Macy's or Uptown? Or it was just amazing how God just continued to encourage us that first year. The other thing I think I really learned there was that I had to be real in order to have an impact. I came in wanting to be a certain way and had to learn very quickly that I needed to just be real about who I was, and that God works with that. And that was a real lesson for me in the first year, to not try and be something I wasn't, but just to be honest about myself, where I was at, what I needed to grow in, what I needed to change. And that's a lesson I also learned, I think, in the first couple of years of New York, is that I had to be real to have an impact.
When we walked into the Unitarian Universalist Church on 76th Street in Central Park West, it seemed cavernous at first. A few months later, we had over 300 people at our Bring Your Neighbor Day. The building was filled. It was so exciting.
I remember the first time that we went through New York City. We weren't living there yet. It was Steve Johnson, Mike, and myself. And I remember sitting in the back seat and looking at just the street after street after street of windows and apartments and office buildings. And I thought to myself, and actually asked the question out loud, how in the world are we going to reach this many people? And it stayed with me for 30 years. Steve said, one at a time. And that's always been our motto, is it's just one disciple at a time. You can't reach 18 million people at that point at one moment. But to me, that was just really comforting and reassuring, and it reminded me how big God is and what He can do with our small mustard seed faith.